Hello everybody, Ken Gonzalez here for George Langevin Productions, and we have a girls under 13 match just underway. The Las Vegas Premier 94 white going up against the Colorado Rush. The Rush in white, the Premier of course in their very familiar red jerseys. And the ball will roll over to the near corner here and out. And it looks like a Rush player is running it down, so it must have gone off the Premier. We're here at the 2007 College Showcase here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we are at Centennial Hills Park. We've done plenty of tournaments here in Las Vegas, and this is the first time that we have ventured this way to Centennial Hills. Normally, all the action taking place at Ed Fountain, Kellogg Zaire, and Betty Wilson, of course. Ball into the box. They're going to have to be careful here. Nice angle shot to the net. It's going to be deflected by the keeper. Ball still in play. Now in front with the left leg, and that shot is going to find the back of the net. And the Premier on the board first. And it looks like number 10, Lindsey Millen, with the score.
Don't get sucked up. Keep everybody back. They're going to play out.
So the Premier with a 1-0 lead here.
Go, Cassie. Inside now. Good, Cassie. Slide that side now, Cassie.
And a whistle. Let's see. I think there might have been substitution still coming in. And so we will start play again. So before we have a chance to give you the rosters for each of these squads, we have a score. Now it's the Rush. Colorado Rush Knight. Penetrating from left to right. Number 3 there, Taryn Ferris, over to the far side. Now let's see if they can work their way into the middle once again.
Cassie, you're good there. Just hold that space. Just make sure. Let's get our rhythm first. Maddie, make sure you get under it. Get it up.
Ball in the middle of the field. Again here on the near side, number 19, Cassie McLean, and that ball is out here on the near side. Actually, that was Cassie McLean, number 19, with that goal off her left leg. Just pooched it right into the back of the net there. So Cassie McLean, not Lindsey Millen, with the score there. Number 19, kind of getting these jerseys familiar here, and the girls that are wearing them, and I'll use the excuse. Cassie's got some really nice long blonde hair and was just covering up that number. I saw the 1 and guessed that it was a 10 and not a 9. Again into the backfield. Colorado now trying to get something going. Madison Keeble. Nothing doing Las Vegas here on the near side, and taking a spill is McLean. And the ball belongs to Las Vegas Premier. And so we'll go ahead and give you the rosters for the Premier. The keeper is Carrie Thacker, number 0. Number 1 is Haley Wigender. Number 2 is Serena Lopez. Number 3, Taryn Ferris. Number 4 is Alexia Gonzalez. Number 6 is Jamie Harris. Number 8 is Maura Epstein. Number 9 is Danielle Schumacher. Number 10, Lindsey Millen. Number 11 is Taylor Bassett. Number 12, Christina Walters. Number 13 is Miranda Georgievic. Number 14, Megan Randazzo. And again, they're coming in deep. The defense having to get back there for Colorado. And the keeper finally makes a play. She can't hold it. It's still alive and finally cleared away by the defense of Colorado. So the Premier coming close again to another score. So as I said, number 14, Megan Randazzo. Number 15 is Sila Tuafea. Number 17, Addie Guida. Number 19, Cassie McLean, and number 20 is Maddie Chavez. The head coach is Ivan Ferris, the assistant coach is John Millen, and the manager is Miriam McLean. So there's the roster for the Las Vegas Premier, 94 white. They lead 1-0. McLean here on the near side again. Pass into the corner. And let's see, it's a foot race there. Ball saved from going out. And with the left leg cleared up Trying to get to that middle third of the field is Colorado. And the ball goes out here on the near side. And let's see, number 14 for Premier quickly puts the ball back into play, Megan Randazzo. We'll get to the roster here for the Rush in just a second. And for that white squad, number 1, the keeper, Amanda Engel. Number 0, Caitlin Phillips. Number 2 is Ashley Dalmy. Number 3 is Brianna Campos. Number 4 is Kendra Feldman. One of the captains on this squad. Ball rolls to the keeper, and Engel picks it up. Number 6 is Ashley Smith. Number 7 is Antonia Land, also a co-captain here on this team. Number 8, Courtney Cami. Number 9, Layla Brown. Number 11 is Lindsay Horan, the third co-captain on that squad. Number 12, Jasmine White. Using that far side, Colorado coming in deep again. The defense makes a stand. Number 14, Madison Keeble. Number 15 is Janelle Morgan. Number 17 is Janelle Lynx. And number 18 is Anissa Juarez. The head coach, Tim Schultz. The assistant coach is Molly Maurer. The manager is Linda Horan. So there you have the Colorado Rush.
Haley, stay over there, Haley. So Cassie, you gotta be ready to go to the middle and see number 6.
So the ball belongs to the Premier over on the far side. They lead 1-0. Beautiful day here in Las Vegas.
Turn, get their turn.
And again, the Rush breaking through the defense. Header goes back into the box. Let's see, it's still bouncing around. Finally, looks like number 14, Megan Randazzo, clearing it away from in front of the net there. Had a whistle before that, though. I'm not sure if it was an offsides or just a penalty against a Rush player, but it goes against the Rush, and so the kick here for the Premier. We've got two 35-minute halves here. Ball across midfield. No overtime. Number 7 here for the Rush, Antonia Land, one of the captains. Ball at midfield. Randazzo as well as number 14, Madison Keeble here on the near side. And a long race over to the far side. Number 9 just flicks it out. Danielle Schumacher. She had number 17, Janelle Lynx, right on her heels. And so she opts just to stop play and push it out. The ball still belongs to the Colorado Rush. And they trail 1-0 here in the first half. Premier, they're going to pick that ball up, but as they move upfield, the ball will go out on the near side. Still red ball. Full slate of games here for George Langevin Productions this weekend. Just to name a few, we've got the LV Premier squad. We've got the Edmonds Soccer Club out of Oklahoma. So teams coming from all over, and the Tustin United Red out of Southern California. Of course, George Langevin Productions, based in San Diego, California. LangevinProductions.com. Ball just below midfield, white ball. And they're going to bring it across. A lot of red jerseys there, making it difficult for the Rush, and they send it back up across midfield. Right in the middle. Oh, nice job taking that away with a right leg. Sell it to Afea. Taryn Ferris, number 3, and she'll have her pocket pick from behind, and we do get a whistle by the referees a little bit late, and I think that's going to go against the Rush as Taryn Ferris hit the ground as she was stripped up from behind.
got to get back and mark her. Okay? It's going to happen. Darren, Haley, show.
Actually, they placed the ball well upfield or in the backfield of Premier, so whatever it was happened way before. Well, I guess you go either way. Either way before Taryn Ferris was. Actually, I'm not sure why the ball was placed back there. The whistle must have come after that play, after it was cleared back across midfield. Substitution for Premier, number 10, Lindsay Millen. And that's the Lindsay Millen that I inaccurately had announced scored the first goal. Of course, that went to Cassie McLean. So clear the sky here. Nothing but blue. And really the wind non-existent. Usually we come out here to Las Vegas and it's probably 4 tournaments a year. And we've got to battle some heavy winds. But not here today. Beautiful day. Remember, this is one of these tournaments that actually started on a Friday. Rather than the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, this is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event. And it looks like substitutions getting ready to come in here. Number 5 for Premier, Gray Taylor. Free kick, nice. Little bend to that one right there. Number 14, that was Megan Randazzo.
Open up, Megan. See it behind you. See it there.
The Rush trying to control this one in their own backfield. Number 17, Janelle Lynx. And Lynx running into some trouble there with Miranda Georgievic. And Georgievic doing just enough to keep the ball here right at the cusp of that middle third in the backfield of the Rush. Once the ball is in the middle of the field here, both teams go into a long game. A lot of passing. Looks like they really want to push the ball up into that final third of the field before the net, and it's worked out so far, at least one time here for the Premier. But I think once one of these two teams decides to dribble the ball upfield, they might have a little bit better luck developing a play that will give them a good look at the net. Throw comes in, immediately goes out off of White. And so Premier ball again, and here comes a substitution, number 5, Gray Taylor.
Right. Hold central.
And number 14, Megan Randazzo, will put the ball into play. Nice running start there. Nice toss into the middle of the field. It's basically in a no man's land and finally is cleared away. Randazzo trying to break out of that chaos there here on the near side. Referee gets in the way and pretty much aided the Rush right there. And of course that'll happen every now and then. All across midfield. Oh, before number 3, Brianna Campos, can get there. It's fired back from right to left. Now in front, they're going to have to be careful as they try to just get it to their keeper. Not nearly quick enough right there, and that was nearly disastrous for the Rush. Ball at midfield. Now here to the near side. It goes out off of, well, let's see. You had McLean there. You also had number 14, Madison Keeble, for the Rush, and it was Madison guilty there of putting the ball out, and so it belongs to the Las Vegas Premier. And the Premier really winning most everything right now. Obviously, they're up 1-0. They're winning the touches here. They've had several more free kicks. I can't remember one here for the Rush so far. Near side, number 3, Brianna Campos had her body turned the wrong way. Well, actually, it was She didn't have it turned the wrong way. The ball just ended up on the wrong side. Now number 6 trying to dribble right through the middle. That's Ashley Smith. Runs into trouble, but her teammates keep the ball here on the near side. Or on the right half of the field. Shot to the net. Right into the hands of the keeper, Carrie Thacker. So a nice save right there. The first real shot on goal for the Colorado Rush as they attempt to tie this match. Remember, we've got 35-minute halves, so 70 minutes of play here. You never can tell when you visit so many tournaments throughout the year. A lot of the tournaments that we've seen here in Las Vegas, especially the one downtown Las Vegas, Premier has a couple of them here. You look at 30-minute halves with 5-minute half times. Surf Cup, California can go as high as 45s.
Don't leave her, Cassie. Make sure we're up, though, even with Madison.
And those are the long ones. Those 45-minute halves. Obviously, the older kids, and then you've got a couple of overtimes and then penalty kicks. You can have a game that'll last 2.5 hours. Ball near the far corner again, the white team. And the Rush now, the last few minutes, doing a better job of controlling the ball, bringing it into the backfield of Premier.
Hey, Megan, can you get that short?
Trying to make something happen, but so far the defense for the Las Vegas Premier has been up to the challenge. And let's say if they can continue that way, oftentimes you've got a team that knocks and knocks and knocks on that door. It's just one little opening. And that's all they need to put the ball into the net. Ball now right of midfield, number 8 for the Rush, Courtney Cammey. Now here McLean and number 7, Antonia Land, battling, and it's Land just going right back into her backfield to rid herself of McLean there.
Hey, Cassie, you gotta get there, Cassie. You gotta get there, Cassie.
And now turning on the speed on the far side, the Rush. Can they take an angle? Slip getting up again, number 17, Janelle Lynx. So Lynx, actually, we've been calling her name quite a bit here in the first half, trying to take matters into her own hands. She knows her squad is down 1-0, trying to put a spark into their offense. And the free kick here for the Rush. In front of the net, gets away from the keeper, Carrie Thacker. We had a collision, but I do believe we had a whistle before we even got to that point. That's an offside there, and so that'll go against the Rush. But now if you're the Las Vegas Premier and the coaching staff, maybe you're a little bit concerned that your backfield, or even your up front players in the middle, are allowing too much penetration right now, making it a little bit easy for Colorado Rush. Although you are up 1-0, you would obviously still like to put as much offensive pressure on the left half of the field as you can.
Look outside, Lane. Look outside, Lane. Better ball, Lindsay.
Number 10 there for Premier, Lindsay Millen. And now that wind's starting to pick up just a bit here.
Hey, slide across. Slide across.
Ball over to the far side and goes out. And it's white ball, Rush ball.
Handball, ref. Lindsay, stay tight. Cassie, track up. See Taylor, she's got trouble. See how Megan's pulled across? That goes good. You cannot dive in. Look, just cut back on the pass. Right there, don't dive through it. Just stand up.
Coming in deep with the left leg. Don't have a shot yet. Finally a shot on goal, and that ball is going to find the back of the net. Coming from the far side, and again, it's exactly what has happened the last 3 times. Colorado just making it look easy right now with that short passing game, putting the ball into the back of the net, this time to tie it up 1-1. So number 6, Ashley Smith, gets the Rush even and into the match for Premier. Number 11, Taylor Bassett, and number 3, Taryn Ferris back in. So we're tied at 1. It was the Premier scoring just in the first, right at about the 2-minute 20-second mark or so of the first half here. And now, at about the 19.5-minute mark, a tying score by the Rush, and they just persisted 3 straight times into the backfield of Premier, and that third time was a charm as number 6, Ashley Smith, off the feed, was able to put the ball into the net. So a brand new ball game here, and let's see if that puts some spark into the Premier. And it'll be very important to see which of these two teams gains some momentum here in the final 15 minutes of this first half.
That's a foul, referee. Sit tight, Taylor. Sit tight.
Ball right at midfield inside the circle, picked off by Colorado Rush. Rush now. They want to move upfield, but their angles are cut off. They've got to come back here to number 7, Antonia Land. Land with a nice cross into the middle of the field. Let's see what's picked up by. And number 13 there, nice job by Premier's Miranda Georgievic. Ball goes out on the far side off white, so red ball.
Come on, Maddie. Maddie, bring it up. Maddie, bring it up. Okay, go out. Oh, come on, yeah. Red ball, yeah. Go ahead. Come on, go. Lindsay, let's go. Time, Greg.
Premier putting the ball into play off the near side here. Number 5 tries to go upfield with it. That's Gray Taylor. Too many white jerseys there, but Premier keeping the ball here in that final third of the field. Number 3 hitting the ground, Taryn Ferris. And Ferris, let's see if she will take this free kick, and a huge opportunity. She won't, but it's a huge opportunity now for the Premier. And it's number 14, Megan Randazzo. Randazzo with the right leg, puts it into the middle, still in the air. Number 11 came flying through there, Taylor Bassett, just freshly into the game. And it's finally cleared up towards the midfield, but Premier not allowing the Rush to bring it across just yet. And as I say that, it comes across, but it's red ball. And looks like substitutions here on the near side for Premier, and number 17 back into the match, Addie Guida.
Come on, halfway line, ladies, let's go.
Ball towards the back line in the corner. Rush will clear it upfield here, and so the Premier will have a little bit further to go before they can penetrate and get a shot on goal here. And we've got just about 12 minutes remaining here in the first half. We're all tied at 1. And number 14, Megan Randazzo, will put the ball into play here. Very strong toss, and it's going to bounce a few times right into the hands of Amanda Engel, the keeper.
Don't chase, Daddy.
Engel just rolls it out here to the corner. Near mistake right there, and as it turns out it was, as Premier will take it away, and they beeline right to the net. Right in front of the net, there's a collision, left leg. Can they get a shot? Yes, but it's captured there by Engel. And all of that because the Rush, instead of having Engel just boot the ball upfield, she rolls it out to the corner there, and they were in trouble from the get-go right there as a Premier kept some players up front and nearly had an easy score. Ball rolls here to the near side. Premier now trying to dribble it, but just a little bit too hard. She goes out, and it's Rush ball. So the white team will put the ball into play. Still tied at 1 here. The Las Vegas College Showcase 2007 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. A lot of soccer going on here in Las Vegas. Several tournaments here throughout the area, and each one getting bigger. And the only problem, I think, here is they're going to run into a lack of field space. They're going to either have to build more fields or cap these tournaments. And nobody ever likes to put a cap on a tournament. Less money coming in. Ball just below midfield. Rush keeping it here on the right half of the field. Right down the middle, number 3, Brianna Campos. Trying to thread the needle, goes here to the near side. Ashley Smith, she's got the 1 goal. There's her cross into the middle. Can they get a shot? Cleared away upfield. Smith has a goal and nearly had an assist on another right there, but a nice defensive job by Premier. Clears it away, and it's out of bounds here on the near side, well past midfield, and I think it's white ball. And it is.
Cross to the ball, ladies. Cross to the ball, ladies. Control.
Ball into play here, right at midfield. And it's going to go out. And again, white ball. So the tide's turned. Now we're even. And for about 15, actually approximately 17 minutes, a little bit longer, maybe 17 and a half minutes, it was LV Premier, the Las Vegas Premier, the 1-0 lead. But we saw time and time again, 2-3 times upfield, Colorado Rush penetrating, making it easy, getting into the backfield. We started to discuss how coaching staff for Premier can't be too happy with how easily they were getting to the backfield. And sure enough, about 30 seconds later, they do it again. They get the tying score. And ever since then, action in the middle of the field, just back and forth. And it looks like each team has settled down. At least Premier has settled down on defense. And we might be cruising into halftime here, tied at 1. As we've got just about 8 minutes remaining here in this first half, tied at 1. Again, I'm Ken Gonzalez here for George Langevin Productions. The 2007 College Showcase here in Las Vegas. Nice looking field here. Very green. In between 4 red jerseys. Number 3 there, Brianna Campos for the Rush. She's finally going to run out of room there and run out of luck. The ball here on the near side, though, still belongs to her team, to White. And number 7 here, Antonia Land will put the ball into play. As you see, number 15 for Premier, Sela Tuafea. Again, white ball. Just about 6 minutes remaining now here in the first half. About 6.5 minutes or so, unofficially, of course. Nice little move right there by number 7, Antonia Land, passing it, or putting the ball behind her to change direction there. Shot right down the middle and right into the hands of the keeper, Carrie Thacker. Again, we're at Centennial Hills Park here in Las Vegas. Nice complex, little neighborhood park. And that ball is out. It's Premier ball. Into the match, number 9 and number 8 and number 6. So we've got Jamie Harris, Mara Epstein, and number 9, Danielle Schumacher into the match. So 3 fresh sets of legs now for Premier. And let's see if that'll do them well here. The final 6 minutes or so of this first half. Maybe they'll put a little spark, get some speed out there, and try to run one through the back door, get that game-breaking, tie-breaking score before halftime and take that momentum in. And if the score remains the same right here, it'll just be a start over there, obviously, at the beginning of the second half, because I don't think either team is going to carry any more momentum than the other into halftime. Now here's the rush. Isling alone, shot to the net, and that ball is going to find the back of the net. Number 15, Janelle Morgan with the score. She just goes straight up, gets past the defenders. What a shot. The only question there would have been if that ball sailed over the top bar or the crossbar. But as you see right there, number 15 for the Colorado Rush, Janelle Morgan, puts her squad up 2-1. And at midfield, Premier has to dig themselves out of this one-goal hole. They scored the first goal of the match, and they've seen the Rush come back with 2. And they've taken a 2-1 lead here with just about 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Well, I was just discussing momentum and how these two squads are going to go into halftime with no advantage over the other, but now that huge goal by Janelle Morgan puts all the momentum into Colorado Rush's account before we go into halftime. Nice job here by the Premier, taking away nearly with some free reign right there. If they were able to control that ball, they might have eaten up a lot of yardage here on the left half of the field and possibly put a shot on goal here, but it does roll out on the near side. Cleared upfield by Colorado Rush. Number 4 here, Alexia Gonzalez for Premier. Tries to get around there, number 15, Janelle Morgan. Morgan with a nice bit of use of the body right there, very borderline, but they got the job done, and she actually enticed Gonzalez into making the contact. 2 balls now there in front, and the referee lets it play. I don't know how they decided which one was which. They're both striped red. That could have been disastrous for, well, it would have been a disaster for Colorado, actually, there, if the Premier would have put that one into the net. So ball into play. Big complex. You see the 2 long fields here. Whistle goes against Premier. Rush put it back into play, but the red jerseys keep it here on the left half of the field, and another collision here. Referee will set the ball down, and let's see here. The free kick will go to the Premier. Well, you look at all this land here for a couple of soccer fields, which I think is great. Coming from San Diego, California, I also look at this much land here and say, wow, you could probably put yourself $15 million homes on this same space. Ball over to the far side. And out. And unofficially, I have 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. 2-1 in favor of the Colorado Rush Nike squad. Again, this is girls under 13.
Hey, Jamie, see it. Hey, quickly, Serena.
Let's see, the ball is still in play. Actually, they were going to, you saw the flag going back and forth by the side judge on the far side, giving the ball to the Premier. Premier now, they'd love to get a shot on goal here before the end of the half. Let's see if they can plan something here. Number 9, right in the middle, Danielle Schumacher. Gets around one defender there, number 10 for the Rush. Red team Trying to put some pressure on that defense, but too many white jerseys. You see 3-on-1 right there. But a mistake by the Rush on the ground with that pass into the middle of the field. Somehow they get away with it. And now they're really streaking across midfield. So a break for the Rush off of their potential mistake right there. And the whistle is at the end of the half. And it is. So that's halftime here. So we've played 35 minutes. I'm Ken Gonzalez here for George Landover Productions. We're going to take a quick break for halftime and come back with the second half. And right now the score, Colorado Rush Nike 2, the Las Vegas Premier 94Y 1. We'll be back with the second half in just a minute.
Last couple games, you guys have been fighting each other. 1-2. Now we're standing waiting. Right? Wilson, we're going to wait for this side. They're being physical. They're being aggressive. We're backing up. We're just taking it. Uh-oh. They're more physical. They use their bodies better than we are. That guy. Let's talk about that guy. Here we go. Now we get there. Here's their throwing. Here's their sweeper. Fullback. Stop it. We'll let them throw the ball short here. The ball's going right back to the score. This is their fullback. We're going to have at least one forward here. What if we're going to be able to have these? We're switching over here. Every time girls see the ball, they get a bad pass. If you jump in, she passes right back. We really gave it to her. Okay, don't jump in. She's knocking it over the top. We're going to put it back. It's coming down the outside. So when your girl passes the ball back, if you can't win the ball, all of your girls move it back towards closer to our goal. So they get the ball to the top and you're now chasing it. Okay? Yeah. I'm covering Coach John. Coach John plays the ball backwards like this to me. And he wants to run by me. Get in the path of his run so he can't make the run. Cut your girl off. Make it hard for her to make that run forward. Seriously, different girl.
Ken Gonzalez here for George Langevin Productions. The start of the second half of this girls under 13 match. The Colorado Rush with a 2-1 lead over the Las Vegas Premier 94 White as we start the final 35 minutes here of this match. And it was the Premier early on, just about 2 minutes, 20 seconds into the match, scoring the first goal. Cassie McLean with the score. And then 2 unanswered goals by the Rush the rest of the way. The first one off of number 6, Ashley Smith. The second one, Janelle Morgan, number 15. So that's where we stand, 2-1. We've switched sides, so the Premier moving from left to right on your screen now. Defending the left net. And let's see who comes out and makes a statement first here to start things off. Obviously, if you're Premier, it's got to be you. A little bit of pressure off the Rush as they have the 1-goal lead, but they would not turn down an easy scoring opportunity here.
Put pressure on her. Put pressure on her. Sprint at her.
Ball in the backfield, cleared away by the Rush keeper, who came really far out of the box there to make that one.
Pressure, Haley. Taryn, slide. See it, Taryn.
Ball right at midfield.
Good job, Cena.
And let's see what the white team can do with it here. They keep it from that third of the field in front of the net and then push it right back to midfield. And now it's the Rush across midfield. Number 18 here on the near side signaling she wanted the ball, Anissa Juarez. But they keep it over on that far side. Now into the box, into the middle, clear it away. Number 13 for Premier, Miranda Georgievic. And a nice job, as no telling what could have happened right there in the middle of all that action as she clears it away. Corner comes in, it rolls and it rolls and it rolls, and it'll go to the near side here untouched. And let's see, nice little job by the ball, keeping in play, had some reverse spin on it. Premier trying to clear it up and away from the net that they're defending here. And so far so good, but a little pass gets away. Number 10 with a cross. And again, number 15 who scored that go-ahead goal there, Janelle Morgan, running it down. Now she takes a wide turn near the corner. Tries to go into the middle to her teammate, number 11, Lindsay Horan. And the ball goes out across the back line. And so I should have, I believe it was last touched by the Rush Knights, so we should have a goal kick coming up for the Premier. And let's see, we do. And they also have a substitution into the match now, number 10, Lindsay Millen. So Lindsay Millen in. She's at first substitution off the bench. She was in the first half and here again in the second. Actually saw a lot of playing time coming in off the bench in that first half. Ball at midfield. Millen and number 7, Antonia Land, battling, and it's Land pushing it to the left half of the field. And so let's just see what happens here for the next few minutes, see which team can gain some sort of an advantage. They're pretty even Stevens right now. And it's a 2-1 lead for the Nike Rush squad out of Colorado. And the ball out on the far side. Number 12 there for the Rush, Jasmine White. And there's number 19, Cassie McLean. McLean with that lone score here for the Premier, coming early on in the match.
Get tighter.
So Premier ball, let's see if they can get something going here to start this second half. They're only down by a goal, and they've got themselves approximately 30 minutes remaining to do something here to get that tying score, as long as their defense, of course, will keep the Rush off the boards for the remainder. You know, normally when they switch sides, now you see the action taking place over on the far side of the field. And you say, well, that's a strong side. All the action must have occurred on the near side here the first half, but that wasn't the case. They really used most of the field, especially in the middle there, near to far. And right now, it does seem as though the action is skewed over to that far side. And maybe that's just where the Rush side would like to keep things. Ball across midfield now. And let's see, that's number 8, I believe, for the Rush, Courtney Cammie. And across midfield, nice job, number 9, stepping in front for Premier, Danielle Schumacher, giving her team an opportunity to clear it out across midfield. It goes out of bounds here on the near side. And I think it is white ball. And let's see here, we get a whistle late, I think because they're waiting for some substitutions. So there's the whistle. And the Colorado Rush
It's a bad throw, Ralph.
will put it into play. Nearly taking it away or taking it upfield was number 11, Lindsey Horan, but number 17, Addie Guida, stepping in front.
Well done. Unlucky girls. Good try, Miranda. Good job, Miranda. Second.
Ball out here belongs to the Rush. And just as I said, the action skewed over to the far side. Now we've had the action returning to the near side of the field for our enjoyment. Clouds, or the sun behind us, you can see the shadows now coming across the field. Number 10, Lindsey Millen. Let's see if her team up to McLean can control the ball and bring it across midfield. Quickly put into play.
Deep, Danielle, deep.
High into the air, across midfield. Premier with a nice job with the header there. I believe it was a header. Happened so quickly. Right back the other way. Ball still in play.
Good, Lindsay.
This is exactly what the Premier need to do. A trip right there.
Go, Ref.
And the Premier will have the kick. But that's what they need to do, just like the Rush did before their first goal in the first half. Just keep pounding away, penetrating. If you got to come back out, you come back out. Then you go right back in. And now they've set themselves up with a nice opportunity here to tie the match.
Keep moving. Keep moving, Addie. Keep moving.
So you see the referee there marking off the distance. Huge opportunity for the Premier right now to tie this one up.
Lindsay, keep moving. Come on.
And let's see if they can do it. Here comes the kick towards the net. Cleared away. It hits a white jersey. Back towards the corner, and the Colorado Rush Night Squad is going to clear it up towards midfield, and it's going to roll just before midfield, before the Premier sent it back the other way. And the keeper making another save. Funny thing is, the keeper there, Amanda Engel, for the Colorado Rush Night Squad, we saw her early on in that first half, because that's when Cassie McLean put the score up and her team up 1-0. And then we really never saw her again. And then we have seen her now a few times here in the second half. White ball over on the far side. Premier only down by a goal. They've got to like what they've been doing so far here in the second half. They've gotten some looks. A couple of shots on goal. They're penetrating the defense there of the Rush squad. And now their defense has to do their job. Number 11 there in the middle. A little shot to the net. Those can be tricky. You see the dirt there in front of the net. That little area, you got grass and then you got some dirt. So the balls can take some tricky hops right there. And that one was on the ground all the way. And luckily, Carrie Thacker stayed with it and made what should have been a routine play turned into a difficult play, but she made it look routine.
Relax. Good. Good ball. Oh, unlucky. Much better, ladies. Better. Now we're playing. Hey, Danielle, stay here. Push Miranda up. Or push Miranda to the middle. All right, Danielle, you drop. Lexi, go to the middle. Lexi, go left. Danielle,
Free kick there for Colorado Rush. And we go back to the first half, and the score was 1-0 at the time. Premier now putting the ball in the middle of the field. And it's going to come out here, come back to number 3. And it's Taryn Ferris. Taryn Ferris having some trouble there, and the ball just taken away by number 17, Janelle Lynx. And Lynx just using some strength right there. Ferris really did nothing wrong there. Just had the ball stripped away. And now it's 3-on-1 on the far side. Number 14, Madison Keeble. Number 4, number 20, that's Maddie Chavez. Number 20, number 4, Alexia Gonzalez providing the defense in the corner there. Shot to the net is going to be deflected on the last second and go out across the back line. Now, I believe it was last touched by Colorado, and it was, so we'll have the goal kick here for the Premier. But going back to what I said in the first half, after the score, we had about 17 minutes before the Colorado Rush Night Squad tied the game at about the 19.5-minute mark or so of the first half. And I was saying that as the play had settled down after that first score, a lot of the action happening in the middle of the field. long passing, each team trying to get the ball into the other's backfield as quickly as possible. I said the team that starts dribbling the ball upfield and across midfield and into that final third is going to have some luck, and that's exactly what Colorado Rush did, and they were able to score a couple of goals. Well, if you watch their play as Premier penetrates, shot to the net is going to be deflected over in the far post, and a nice play by Amanda Engel. And now you see, as Premier did a good job of bringing the ball up that way, and they're getting the looks, they're dribbling the ball. But the Rush now have fallen back into that style of play where they're long in the middle, trying to bring the ball upfield, and it's not really working as well as, well, it didn't work in the first half. They've got to go back to their passing game, just like Las Vegas Premier is doing right now. And if Premier keeps this up, we will probably see a tying score here sooner than later. Ball out on the near side. Number 17 running it down, Janelle Links, but just can't get there. Now, two substitutions, number 5 and number 11 for the Las Vegas Premier. Number 5, Gray Taylor. Number 11, Taylor Bassett into the match as we've hit now the 13th minute. So 22 minutes remaining here in the match. 2-1 lead for the Colorado Rush Nike squad. Remember, this is a girls under 13 match. I'm Ken Gonzalez for George Langevin Productions. We're at Centennial Hills Park, the 2007 Las Vegas College Showcase. Beautiful day here. In fact, today is the 16th of March, 2007. In fact, we were just here at the end of February for the it was the Coaches Classic.
Come and get the ball. You're going this way. You're moving. Go all the way across. Keep going.
Doing several games. That was the same weekend that they had the NBA All-Star game here in town. And boy, you couldn't give yourself any elbow room on Las Vegas Boulevard. It was completely packed. All the hotels, the flights. As a matter of fact, we left that Monday back to San Diego, driving from Las Vegas. It's normally about just about a 5-hour drive, not much more. And with all the traffic of everybody who was here that weekend for the NBA All-Star game, it took nearly 10 hours to get back to San Diego. And as a matter of fact, the first 5 hours we were on the road, we averaged 17 miles per hour. So a very busy weekend, and a weekend that I would like to stay away from if they ever did have the NBA All-Star game in town again. A little push into the middle there for the Colorado Rush, but cleared away nicely and out over to the far side by Premier. Just about 20 minutes remaining now for Premier.
Taryn, make the run. Come on, Taryn. Come on, Taryn. Kenzie, come on.
Ball in the circle now away.
Don't die.
And the keeper Engel comes out and clears it away.
Gary, see her. Show Miranda, go to it, go to it. Team Miranda, Team Miranda.
Nice job here on the near side. Number 13 keeping the ball in play, Miranda Georgievic, but from behind taken away by Colorado. Now that clearing shot goes all the way to the far side. Number 10 now makes a move. Nice strong move for the Rush, and that shot in front of the net. Nice job by the keeper, keeping it in front. Carrie Thacker. And the ball will roll out on the far side. So huge save right there, saving a score.
Danielle, get Alexia with you.
That shot up towards the net and on a couple of bounces right again to Carrie Thacker. And again, hitting that dirt area, and you never know which way that ball will skip.
You gotta win that, Greg. Taryn, take off. Taryn, take off. Other side, Sela. Oh, right idea, Sela.
Ball remains on the left half of the field. Number 11 there, Lindsey Horan for the Rush. And now taking it downfield or upfield there, number 17, Janelle Links. Links 2-on-1. There's her cross. It's going to be cleared up or cleared out over to the far side and roll and saved And finally taken away. Number 7 there was heading towards the net. Antonia Land, but a nice play by Premier. Is that number 11? Taylor Bassett with the defense there. That ball towards the net, but it'll go out just wide of the far post from the far side. And into the match now, number 14, Megan Randazzo, and I believe that was number 8, Epstein. But it could have been number 6, Jamie Harris, so we'll check as the play resumes and see if that was number 6 or number 8 coming into the match.
First things first, go get water. Alexia, go get water.
Ball is going to be out on the near side, and let's see, last touch by Red, so it's white ball. No, they're going to say it's red ball. That was a mistake, as clearly as out by Las Vegas Premier, and so the ball will belong to the Colorado Rush Nike squad. Ball comes in and right out off of white number 6, Ashley Smith. And so it's Premier ball now. And let's see if they can maneuver it out of that corner. It looks like coming into the match, number 1, Haley Wingender, and number 19, Cassie McLean. And I think that's Wingender's first action here of the match. So she gets some playing time. Let's see if her legs can help her squat out right now. Ball in play here, taken away by the white team, number 8. Tries that little crossover move right there, Courtney Cammy, but as she turned, it worked, but she ran out of real estate as she stared the near sideline right down and eventually loses the ball, and Premier will have it. Nice job, McLean in the middle, number 19. Still moving. Nice little flick there by number 15, Sela Tuafea. Right back to McLean, and as McLean makes a beeline to the net, she is going to be tripped up, and a whistle there, and that's obviously going to go against the Colorado Rush Nike squad.
Hey. Stop reading through,
So the ball placed nicely there for Premier. Let's see if they can take advantage. And it looks like Haley Wingender is going to take the kick, I believe. Let's just verify that. And the wall of defense there for the Colorado Rush Nike. Remember, it's only a 1-goal game. It's 2-1 for the white squad over Premier. And there's number 8, Mauda Epstein. So that was Epstein who came in just a few moments ago. All right, Premier is the opportunity. Here comes the kick. It's going to go right into the wall, but come back here to Wingender. Tries to get it to Epstein. Too many white jerseys in the way, though. And across midfield, Premier will save it there and force it back the other way.
Again, Megan. Serena, get wide.
Ball comes out of the circle now, right to left. Rush on the attack using their strength, and a whistle by the referee. Was that an offsides against the white team? More than likely.
Come on, Premier. Come on, ladies. You got it now. You're forward too much. Come on, Gray. Come on, Sela. It's ours. It's off for white. Let's go, Cass. Push. That's red ball, sir.
And let's see here. Premier ball. Looks like Wingender there on the far side. Number 1, Haley, will put the ball into play. Just about 14 minutes remaining here in the match.
See the ball, Miranda.
Engel scooped that one up.
It doesn't go far.
So we played 21 minutes of scoreless ball here in the second half. We played 56 minutes of soccer. There's the cross in front of the net, and it's going to find the back of the net. And let's see now. Is it going to count? Were they in too deep? And they're going to say no score. So the goal kick here for Premier, and the Rush knew it as they walked back away from the ball. Ashley Dalmy there, number 2, right behind number 19, Cassie McLean. So 2-1 here in the second half. Time still available here for Premier to try and tie this one up. They've got about 13 minutes down the middle. And the ball taken away by the Colorado Rush.
Come on, Haley. Good, Haley. Unlucky. Hey, Gray, get back, Gray. Gray. Drop inside, Gray. Gray, drop all the way back inside. No, Gray, you're good. Open up, Megan. Open up, Megan.
Number 3 trying to do something to Brianna Campos for the Rush, but she was surrounded by 3 red jerseys, and when you do that, somebody's going to take the ball away, and that's what happened.
Unlucky, Gray. Get there, Miranda.
Now they're coming in deep. The Rush again, still in front. Clear it away to the near side. It's going to be white ball. Ashley Dalmy there. But a nice job by Premier's defense, keeping the Rush off the board. And let's see, the side judge here didn't like the throw in. And so the ball belongs to the Premier. And they also have substitutions, and I believe number 17 just came back in, Addie Guida. Strong throw. Number 15 for Premier, just below midfield. Salah Tufea. And that ball will roll and roll here on the near side. McLean wants to move in. She's going to use the left leg. Now she comes back winging her there. Haley gets some help here from the near side. Premier dribbling, moving the ball. Number 13 with the pass. Georgievic. Pushed away by this Colorado Rush Knight squad. And boy, this team isn't the same team that started this match out, the first 19 minutes of this match. And ever since then, Colorado Rush has really been a different squad, especially defensively. They gave up a goal. They were on their heels, a couple of great saves preventing a few others. But since then, they've really kept LV Premier in check. Premier's had some shots here in the second half, and they continue to get some looks, but nice, just some frustrating defensive play by the Colorado Rush Nike squad. 10 minutes remaining here in the match. So the ball put into play by the Colorado Rush Nike squad. They've got to hold on for 10 more minutes. They've got the 2-1 lead over the Premier. Premier, though, furiously, frantically trying to get a shot here. Nice job as that ball is deflected away by the keeper, Carrie Thacker. And by what I mean by frantically, furiously, they're not making dumb decisions right now, just trying to get the ball up towards the net. It's just on their mind right now. Obviously, they want to get into that third of the field before the net so that they will have an opportunity to get a shot on goal and try to tie this thing up. Corner kick coming. It's on the ground. Bounces once, twice. Oh, just once. The second one was actually a header out across the back line. And so the goal kick, huge break right there for Premier, as that really transpired rather quickly. The whistle, ball went out, corner kick was set up, and the kick came in real quick. And luckily, that header for the LV Premier, the header off the Colorado Rush, went out just wide. And so as we head into the home stretch here of this match, 2-1 for the Rush. Just about 8 minutes remaining here in the match. Well-played game. A lot of skill out there. Run down by Maddie Chavez over on the far side. Her teammate, that's number 9, Danielle Schumacher there as well. And now into your view, number 17, Addie Guida. And let's see what happens with Colorado Rush. You know, a team, typically they've got a 1-goal lead. Typically you will see that they'll continue playing. There's too many minutes left, 8 minutes, just to say, hey, okay, let's just run out the clock and play keep away here. You know, with a 2-goal lead, you can do that, but not one. You've really got to continue to put some pressure on. You got to play, most importantly, mistake-free soccer. That shot to the net. And a nice diving play by the keeper, Carrie Thacker. So Thacker, again, kind of the untold story, or it's another story here in this game. Obviously, her team down 2-1, but she has made some very nice stops in front of the goal, allowing her team, giving her team an opportunity here to stay close and potentially tie this match here late with a score. So some nice goalkeeping there by Carrie Thacker. And obviously Amanda Engel has done a great job as she has kept her opponent, the Las Vegas Premier, scoreless here in the second half and just given up that 1 goal about 2.5 minutes into the match. Again, Cassie McLean with that score. So the free kick here, penalty goes against the Rush. And let's see if Premier can capitalize here. They're not going to have too many more opportunities, and so they've really got to make the best of it here. 6 minutes to go towards the net on the ground. We'll skip wide and picked up by Amanda Engel, the keeper. And actually just about 6.5 minutes, of course, unofficially remaining here in the match. Ball out on the near side.
Ray, you're here, right?
Ball to the back line, and let's see, stays in play. Rush trying to center it there, but too many red jerseys. Nice job. And the LV Premier defense really buckling down. They know they got to play tough and then shoot the ball back up towards midfield and across, let their runners run, and set something up on the other half of the field. There's number 15, Janelle Morgan. Morgan with that go-ahead goal in the second half with just about, maybe, what was it, 5 minutes, 6 minutes remaining in the first half, that is. Ball in no man's land, and boy, Engel, the keeper, really had come out right there. And I mean, that's a dangerous move right there. You've got a team, the Premier, who's hungry. They're down by a goal, looking for a break. And boy, to bring your keeper up just about 10 yards from midfield, some could call risky. All right, so the ball is out over on the far side, and it's going to be run down by the Premier, and I believe it is red ball. And so they can start something off here, and let's see the referee barking out an order there, and it was a penalty before it had gone out, or it's a free kick there. Doesn't look like a goal kick. Maybe it is. Tough to tell from the angle where the line is. Nevertheless, the ball remains here in the left half of the field. Ball is in the circle. Now comes across midfield. McLean. Pass to Fea. Ball's going to roll here to the near side and continue rolling. And, oh, it's going to go out off of red, but not a huge mistake. I mean, you got to become aggressive. You got to go for the ball. I mean, that was off Haley Wingender. It's not like the Rush have the ball in great spot anyway, so huge opportunity for Premier to keep it on the right half, and that's just what they do. Number 5, Gray Taylor. Ball at midfield. Number 14, Megan Randazzo into her backfield. Now they want to set it up as they move forward, and the ball out here on the near side. Coming up on the 67th minute of play of the 70-minute game. So time running down for the Premier squad. Hard-fought match. All the scoring coming in the first half. 2 for the Rush, 1 for Premier. Ball skied towards that back line, and it's going to go out. There was an offsides call before that. And I have unofficially 2.5 minutes remaining now in the match. And let's see here. Obviously, only one thing for Las Vegas Premier to do, and that is to push it up as quickly as possible. Little trip up right there. That goes against the Rush quickly. Premier gets it back, but referee whistles it dead again. He said, no, too quick. And I'm not sure if Colorado had substitutions or even LV Premier wanted substitution, but now they're saying just go, go, go. Coming up on just over a minute, about a minute and a half remaining in the match. Number 3 with a steal right there, Brianna Campos. Had a lot of room. That's going to be an offsides as number 6, Ashley Smith, tried to run that down. Ashley Smith scored the first goal for Colorado. That was the tying goal. And then, of course, her teammate, number 15, Janelle Morgan, put the Rush ahead, and that's where we've been. So it's about 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Premier, they need a long kick, and they need a win. So it's in the circle now. There's the whistle by the referee, and that is the end of this match. And so in a hard-fought game, it's the Colorado Rush with a 2-1 victory over the Las Vegas Premier 94 White. Premier jumped out to that 1-0 lead, and the Rush came back with 2 unanswered goals, all in the first half. Each team playing a nice job, playing a nice game here in the second half, 0-0. So for George Langevin Productions, I'm Ken Gonzalez. We're here at the 2007 Las Vegas College Showcase, and you just saw a girls under 13 match, and it was the Rush, the Colorado Rush, with a 2-1 victory over the Las Vegas Premier. Ken Gonzalez saying good night. Hope you enjoyed it. Be safe and have a great day, everyone.
Okay, here we are at the Centennial Park, the Las Vegas Showcase soccer tournament here in town. It's a huge soccer showcase, and here with 3 players from the Las Vegas Premier U13 soccer team, the 94 Red. First, we got number 17, Addie. How do you think the game went today, Addie?
I think we played really hard, and it was a tough team. I think we did good.
You there? What about you, Taryn? Taryn's number...
Trace.
Trace? Number 3, Taryn.
I think we played really good. I think we could have communicated and passed it better, but we did play really hard and good.
Okay. And Lindsay, number 10. She plays out on the wing. Taryn plays up front, and Addie plays center half for us. So, Lindsay, what do you think?
I think that we played really hard, but I think we could have played better in the beginning. I think we could have communicated better.
Okay, but all in all, pretty good game, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think about this weather, guys?
It's hot.
It's
Really
hot.
hot.
Well, and what do we say to the teams that come to Las Vegas once we're used to this?
Welcome to Vegas.
Yeah, right? Okay, it gets pretty warm out, isn't it, huh? Okay, what do you think about Premier as a team? Your players you're playing for, your teammates, do you enjoy this?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We all get together. We all get along pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun because we're always like joking around at practice and we get in trouble, but you know it's still fun while we're running because we're still goofing around.
I agree. Both of them. That pretty sums it up.
Is it being goofy at times and just...
Yeah.
Jumping
Then we have to
around.
run, and then we get mad, and then we goof around more.
Who makes you run?
Coach Ivan.
Yeah, the point being, though, is it worth it?
No.
How about traveling with his team? I mean, we're getting to the age now where we're starting to think about, not really think about college, but I mean, we're getting to where we're a pretty darn good team. So to get some real good competition, we got to travel out of state a little bit. You know, how do you like traveling?
I love traveling because it's so much fun going to out of states and like visiting all the other places, and you're still with your team, so it makes it even funner.
How do you?
I think we take it a little more seriously when it's out of town because, like, we kind of know that we have to step it up because the teams will be better.
Okay, then again, the teams this weekend are not going to be bad. You just found out at this game here. Pretty good team, Colorado Rush, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Lindsay, what do you think about that town?
I think it's a lot of fun. We get to goof around in the hotels, and then we're serious on the fields. And then it's a lot of fun because you see us as like tomboys on the fields, and then we go out to eat. We're all pretty preppy girls.
I absolutely agree with you. The difference between you guys on and off the field is amazing. Well, here we are again at the Las Vegas Showcase, 3 of our Premier players for Premier Soccer Club. And all in all, I think today we had a great game. What do you think, Aisha?
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you very much. Okay, here we are in sunny Las Vegas at the Las Vegas Showcase. It's a college showcase. A lot of quality teams here from all over the country. Just played in a very tight game against the Colorado Rush. And first, I'd like to talk to Serena. And we got Serena and Alexia here. Serena's number 2. She plays on the outside back for us. And Alexia is number 4. Plays as a stopper for us. Both 2 quality defenders. Serena, how did you think the game went today?
Pretty good, but I think we should have won it because we're a better team.
Okay, cool. Alexia?
I think it went okay. We could have tried a little bit harder, and we probably could have won that game.
Okay, so you think we're in this, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now these are some very, very good teams we're playing this weekend. How do you like playing in this heat in Las Vegas? Isn't it wonderful?
No, really.
Well, considering it was only about 85 today and it's going to get up to about 100, 110 by the time regional comes around, you should be fit, and you should be saying to these other teams, what? Welcome to... Anything? No? No? Welcome to Las Vegas.
Get ready for the heat.
Because the heat's coming, right? Okay, cool. What about Premier as a team? Your teammates, how do you get along with them?
Great. We're like family.
Okay, Alexia?
I love this team.
You think it's good? You
Yeah.
enjoy it?
Yep.
Yeah, enjoy playing for them?
Yes.
You get along with everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. As far as going traveling a little bit, we go to out-of-state tournaments. We get into the situation where we're a pretty darn good team ourselves now. So we travel around playing against some top clubs all different places in the country. Go to California, Arizona, Utah. Do you like traveling? Serena?
Yeah, because then you get to play different teams around everywhere.
Okay, and Alexia, how about yourself?
I like traveling. It's new.
What's one of your favorite parts of going to the hotels and with your team? What do you like
just-
doing?
I just like to hang around in the hotel, being.
Just kicking back, relaxing.
Yeah.
What about going out to dinner? You have fun doing that?
Yeah, because we always make like potions and stuff with the extra food.
So you enjoy it. Right. And it's cool, isn't it? That you can get out there with your teammates and do that. And as some players before you were saying that they like to get dressed up and go out and get out of their soccer gear and just have some fun and kick back a little bit, yeah? Okay, so in general though, you guys are enjoying soccer, and you think you're going to maybe possibly take this to college? Is that a possibility for you?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, what about yourself, Serena? You looking for it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good weekend, maybe to go see Brandy Chastain and maybe Carly Lloyd down at the Betty Wilson complex and have a little chat with them, two ladies from the national team. If you go down there and talk to them, what do you think you'd ask them?
Like.
Gotta think about it a little bit, Serena?
Well, I'm gonna do a report on Brandy Chastain, so I'll just ask her like where she was born and stuff like that. So.
Okay, how about Carly Lloyd? Is it one of the youngest players on the U.S. women's team? I mean, coming out of high school, that's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the guts that it takes to play.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? And maybe one of you two could be there one day, huh? That's cool. Well, again, we got Serena and we got Alexia here from Premier's 94 girls soccer team, and today I think they both played extremely well. Well done, girls.
Thank you.
Okay, well, here we are in sunny Las Vegas at the Las Vegas College Showcase. It's a top college tournament here in town. We're playing against some top-class teams. Just played the Colorado Rush in a real tight and exciting game. We have Gray and we have Danielle. And we have Cassie here. Gray's number 5, Danielle's number 9, and Cassie's number 19. Position-wise, Gray plays in the midfield for us. Cassie plays midfield and forward, and Danielle's one of our defenders. How do you think the game went in general today, Gray?
It was really good, sorry. We played really well, and I think we played better than usual, but we played a really good team, so.
That's cool. Danielle, how about yourself?
I think we played really good, except for 15 minutes kind of broke down, but after that we gained up and we put it back to them, and I don't know, and we played really well after that.
Cool. Cassie, yourself?
I thought we did really well. I think we could have done a little bit better, but I think we did pretty good overall.
Overall? Yeah. What about this weather here, guys?
It's really hot, but after a while, like the first time you go on the field, it's really hot, but then you get used to it, and then it gets better, and then at the end it gets really hot again.
So as we go through, now it's just starting to get hot in Vegas. As we get to summer and regional finals, and these teams come to town and want to play here, what do you guys say to them?
It's Vegas, and it's really hot, and you better get used to it.
Welcome.
So you guys think you should have the edge by then, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, for the first time around. Okay, so as we play these teams, they come into Las Vegas, we also like to travel around the country a little bit. We go to California, Arizona, Utah, and we're playing against some top teams there because we're a very good team ourselves, and we do very well at these tournaments. So when we go out of state, he said, what makes it exciting for you?
It's just really fun to like play other teams that you've never heard of or that are like top ranked but you never played before, and it's good to get some other variety because we often play the same teams here, so it's fun to just play really good teams because you improve.
Yeah, it's fun to play good teams, and you also it's new experiences, and then you learn many things from that tournament or from any tournament, and you can come back and show it to the other teams.
That's true. Cassie, where'd you go?
I like it. It's like really fun to go out of town, and then I like playing new teams and like learning more and doing better. Being out of town.
Being out of town.
Homework.
What about no homework? That's it. Yeah, I agree. What about dressing up and going out to restaurants? You enjoy that?
Yeah, it's just fun to be with the team, like to get to know the girls more because we're all really good friends. So it's fun to spend some time with them.
Yeah, it's fun to go with the team instead of having to yell at them during the game. You can actually talk to them in a nice tone.
So you got your on-field personality and your off-field personality.
Yeah.
Cassie, do you agree with that?
Yeah, and I like food.
And you?
I like food. I like nachos. Nacho cheese.
That's cool. Okay, so now we in town this weekend we got Brandi Chastain and Carly Lloyd coming in from the U.S. national team down to Betty Wilson. Do you guys plan on going down and visiting with them maybe a little bit?
Maybe. I really admire Brandi Chastain. She's like my inspiration, so I really want to meet her. So yeah.
Yeah, I want to meet Brandi Chastain and
Carly Lloyd.
Because of that, she's really young and made it all the way to the top by being a soccer player.
I'm excited to meet them both. Yeah.
What about college? If you guys have inspirations to go to college, we'll start here with Cassie first this time.
I'd like to go to Northern Carolina.
North Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina.
Play for Anson Dawes.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That's cool. That's a very good choice. Yeah, very good choice. Danielle?
I haven't really decided yet, only because I'm in 8th grade, and I haven't decided what I really want to do. Soccer is one of my passions, but I also want to get a good career while into it.
I love it. I love to hear that. Play yourself, Gray.
I'm really into basketball and soccer, so I'd like to go to North Carolina like Cassie to play basketball or soccer, but I also would like to go to British Columbia in Canada.
Oh,
they have a university there. Yeah, it's really
So it sounds like you guys have done a little thinking and you got some ideas about where your future's going to go. You all enjoy playing soccer a lot, I assume. Okay, cool. That's great. So again, here we are in Vegas, out of the showcase, and we got a couple more games this weekend. And how do you guys think we're going to do for the rest of the weekend?
great. We're going to kick some butt.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never really seen the teams, but I know I'm going to get 100% effort and try to beat them.
There you go. Cassie?
Pretty much what both of them said, have fun at the same time. And,
I love it. I love the attitude. Okay, thanks a lot, girls. Appreciate you coming out.